I, I've, I had to wrestle with this statement that Larry Williams made in one of his lectures on video. He said, there's these people, and when I played it for my son, we were in our theater about a couple weeks ago. And I said this in the last time I did a Twitter space mentioning it. I'm going to say this. I'm going to close it. But there's a part in the video where he says, I've been doing this a long time, and you hear these people, they got me. Those guys got me. Those guys did it to us guys. That's how he says it in the discussion, referring to someone stopping you out. And he doesn't believe, at least through his material, he promotes the idea, and I'm referring to Larry Williams right now. He promotes the idea that there is no collective entity of someone out there pursuantly going after your stop loss. When I'm absolutely 100% privy to the group that does that. So here's the problem with that. If you learn from that as a young, impressionable 20-year-old like I was, and then everything I was seeing and made me feel like I was on the right path. But my hero, Larry Williams at the time, and I have all the respect in the world for this man still. I'm honest in telling you that him saying that remark was a hindrance for me. When I had it figured out in my second and a half to third year, that remark by him fucked me all up, because I looked at him as like a father figure, because I didn't have my dad and my grandfather was gone. So I was, looking to latch onto a father figure. And this shit's hard, man. And you have so many advantages today with the technology. And look at what I'm doing. I'm fucking still bloviating on about shit. Some of you probably already fucking left the conversation and went to sleep or whatever you're doing. I don't give a shit. If there's one of you listening, that's all I need. Just give me an audience of one. And I'll talk and talk and talk. But this remark by Larry Williams saying that, he didn't believe there was this, them guys did it to us guys. Somebody stopped us out. And because I had so much respect for him and I believed everything that came out of his fucking mouth and anything he had printed, like I was the fanboy of fanboys. Like you could have never said anything negative about that man and I would have fucking wanted to backhand your ass. Like this guy did it. Like he did it. Now, if you look into his personal life, they went after him for tax evasion. They picked him up on the airplane going to or leaving Australia or going to Australia or something to that effect. And he did some time in jail for all that bullshit. And I mean, there's all kinds of fucking shit that are run around him. And honestly, I think it's because he beat their ass. Like him or not, he whooped their ass. And they don't want people coming out there feeling like they can whoop that ass. So that's the reason why I always stay in demo. I'm standing out here showing you things, but I'm also cognizant of the fact that there would be a different treatment of me if I go out there and start running up in front of everybody and you all get to come on my coattails. Okay. I'm nervous many times when I talk about certain topics, and I don't like some of the things I've said in some of these Twitter spaces when I go off the rails and I say more than I want to say. I can't retract it. I can't pull it back. Part of me feels like it's therapy because I get to get it off my chest, but I'm also aware of who I learned from, and I don't want to cause any of that kind of static. So I live in that realm where somebody can look at me and say, "Oh, he's a demo clown. He's a demo baller." This thing, and then that's fine. I coined the term demo baller. That's me. I did it so that way I can stand right there in front of everybody in plain sight, hidden, where only people that would want to learn how this stuff works would give me their ear in time, and they're rewarded for that. But everybody else casually look at me and say, "Oh well, fuck him. He's playing around in demo accounts." Great, perfect camouflage, perfect. And I've been out here doing it just like this, and people have looked past that mask and saying, "Oh shit, there's really something there." And that's what I enjoy. I like doing that. But Larry Williams was a huge hindrance to me because his words saying that he didn't believe that there was an entity out there. Oh shit! I had to make sure my phone was still on. I was hitting the wrong button. I thought I had lost my battery. Hold on 1 second. Because his belief in the stop hunt part of this industry, he said that he didn't have that view. And his excuse for that position was because he sold the high of this market or did this and that, and he'd come back with, if you get stopped out, your stop loss is in the wrong place. Okay, I admit your stop loss is in the wrong place if you get stopped out. That's a given. But that doesn't change the fact that there is somebody out there collectively aiming for your shit. You don't think that's happening? Because that's exactly what I'm teaching you to do. You're targeting retail stop losses. If you're learning as my student, that's exactly what the fuck I'm doing. And that's what these young men and women are doing right now when they're making money, whether they're live accounts or they're funded accounts. When they're banking and getting real money, when that money's going from the brokerage firm into their fucking bank accounts, that's happening because they're going after stop losses, Mr. Williams, and that's just the bottom fucking line. So if you've had that thought process all this time, it's time to reassess things because it's really going on. It's absolutely going on. And one of the things made me angry, there was a period of time where I was